Claude just recently released Claude Design, a super powerful AI tool that gives you actual visual designs based just on a prompt. You describe what you want and Claude Design builds it. We're talking slide decks, landing pages, prototypes. It's actually crazy. So in this video, I'm walking you through the 4 main steps to start using and mastering it from start to finish, including 3 real-life examples of designs you might create. And make sure you stick around for step 3 because it's definitely the most powerful feature and a lot of Claude Design users don't even know about it yet. So by the end of this video, you'll know how to confidently navigate the user interface, create and refine your project, and use Claude Design like a pro. Now, before we dive in, I want to be extra clear on what exactly Claude Design is. Claude Design is Anthropic's visual creation workspace. You describe what you want, and it builds real, polished visual assets for you. So we're not just talking about generating text anymore. We're talking actual designs like landing pages, marketing assets, social media designs, slide deck presentations. You can even design prototypes for things like mobile apps. So to get here, you're going to go to claude.ai/design, or you can access it through the Claude web browser. At the time of this filming, it's not currently available on the Claude desktop or mobile app yet, so you'll have to access it by either typing in that link or on the left side panel of your main Claude page. All right, let's dive right into step number 1, which is getting familiar with the user interface. So this is what it looks like when you access Claude Design. Let's start by looking at these tabs at the top. You've got your recent tab where you can see what you've recently been working on. You've got your designs tab that'll show you your existing projects. You can click over to examples where you can scroll through and it'll give you different example prompts for generating different types of graphics and visual assets. And you can click over to design systems, which we'll get to in just a little bit. Then on your left-hand side, you'll see some different tabs here that you can click through depending on what you want to create. So you can create a prototype, which would be creating a prototype for something like a mobile app. You can also click over to create a slide deck presentation. You can choose the From Template tab if you have projects that you have saved as your own personal template that you want to use again and again. And you can click over to Other if you want to create some other type of project that doesn't fit into one of these categories. Now we're about to jump into these real-life examples of creating these different types of visuals. But before we even get started with that, I want to make sure that you have something that's going to help this process go so much smoother. It's my Claude Starter Pack. As someone who uses different AI tools on a daily basis, I can tell you how important it is to start with a clear idea of your branding, your color scheme, your fonts, your brand voice. Giving your AI tool context to work with from the very beginning helps take your outputs from just general generic AI replies that pretty much everyone's getting to replies that are specific to you and your business and your brand and exactly what you're looking for. So in this Claude Starter Pack, there's several things, but the thing that I think you'll find super helpful as you're getting started with Claude Design is the template that's included for a brand guidelines document. This is going to help you create a document that you can then upload into Claude so it knows exactly who you are, who your audience is, who you're creating visuals for, if you have a business or a brand, what your branding guidelines are, what your tone of voice and your writing is, all of the things that Claude needs to know to tailor its responses to you. Also included in that starter pack is an overview of Claude itself, giving you the information you need to know if you're just getting started with Claude about the 6 core features it offers. And you'll also get templates to create a mega prompt with Claude, as well as templates to create 3 Claude projects. These are shortcuts for you to get started using Claude the right way so you don't waste time going back and forth trying to figure out how to prompt it and give it the right information. You've got it all in these templates in a copy and paste format so you can literally take it, paste it into Claude, and be ready to go. So that Claude Starter Pack is completely free to you. Just scan the QR code on the screen right here, or you can click on the link in the description box below to hop over and grab that. Okay, let's move on to step number 2, which is creating and refining your designs. So first, we're going to create a slide deck. So over here on the left, I'm going to click over to the slide deck tab. I'm going to give it a project name. So for these use cases that we're going through today, let's say you're the owner of a landscaping business. So for instance, you might want to create a new slide deck to pitch your business to potential clients or to HOA boards. So for this project name, I'm going to say landscaping pitch. Now here you'll see where you can choose a design system from your drop-down menu. Again, we'll talk about this more in depth in just a minute, but for now we're just going to skip over that and I'm going to click on create. So when I click create, it'll bring up my blank canvas over here. This is where the actual slide deck is going to appear once it's created. Now before I give it a prompt, I can choose to start with context over here to the left. I can choose to add a screenshot if I wanted to use that for reference. If I have an existing code base, I can attach that or even drag in a Figma file, but I don't have to do any of this. I can can just simply come down to the prompt box and type in what I'm looking for this slide deck. So for this one, I'm saying create a 6-slide presentation for a landscaping business called, you can insert your business name here. I just came up with an example name, Luxury Lawns Landscaping. And then I said slides should cover who we serve, the services we offer, why customers choose us, before and after results, pricing packages, and a call to action to book a free consultation. Of course, you can give this prompt as much or as little information as you want. The more details, the better, in my opinion, so you don't have to waste a ton of time going back and forth refining. But once you're ready and you have your prompt put in there, you're going to click send. Now, it's worth noting that this is just me starting from scratch with a simple prompt. But if you have something like a PDF document that already outlines exactly what you're wanting in your slide deck, you can always click this little plus button here and click on attach file to bring in a document or some other file to base this off of. For now, I'm just going to stick with my prompt and see what it comes up with. Now, as it's working creating my slide deck, it'll be telling me over here on the left exactly what step of the project it's working on. Okay, so here is the slide deck that it generated for me. I can click through to see all of the different slides. We can see it's got the name at the top, Luxury Lawns Landscaping. This is in our services slide. We've got why homeowners choose us, before and after, pricing packages. It's given me pretty much everything I asked for it. It looks really nice and professional. Now, because I didn't give it any information on fonts or colors, it just came up with the way it looks itself, but I could have given it information on that. So if I want to make any changes, there's a few ways I can edit this. Number one, I can just use this sidebar panel to the left, which is where this prompt box is still, and just describe the change I want and simply do it through a conversation with Claude. So I could say something like, make the title slide more bold and eye-catching. So here it's going to take it from this original design for the title slide to this. This is definitely more bold and eye-catching. So that's an example of how you can edit this from the side panel, but you can also edit with these buttons here at the top right. So the first one says markup. When you click that, you can either click on a section and just tell Claude what you want for just that section. So I might say something I want it to change about the font or the color here for this word. I can also click over to where it says edit and just click into any of these blocks myself and edit what they say or edit something about it. And I can click over to where it says show tweaks. Tweaks are basically just built-in little changes that don't drastically affect it, but they tweak it a little bit here or there. So right now this is offering me different tweaks for the color story. So it could change the color palette out. It's also offering me tweaks for the display style. So I could click over to Playfair to change the font or DM serif. These just give me different font options. And I can click to change from the voice from the current classical voice over to more of a modern voice or editorial. And then another button here at the top is this comments button. This is really helpful if you are collaborating with a team inside of Claude Design. You or your teammates can come in and make a comment. So I might say, change this background to a lighter shade. And now that comment is here on this slide for everyone in my team to see. Now, when you have created your slide deck, you do have some presenting options straight from Claude Design. So you come up here to the top right where it says present, and you can choose to present in this tab or full screen. So let's say I choose in this tab. It's still in my browser tab, but I can click through the slides to present it straight from here, or I can present full screen. Okay, coming back to the main page of Claude Design, I want to give you another example of if you were to create a prototype. So let's say I'm still this landscape business owner and I want to create a client-facing app that my clients could use for things like getting a quote, viewing their service schedule, or approving lawn care plans. But before I invest in creating an app like this, I want to get an idea of what it might look like first. So I'm going to come over to this prototype tab and give it a name. So I might say client app, and then you can choose from wireframe or high fidelity. Wireframe is going to give you more of a basic outline of what it would look like, and high fidelity is going to be more high quality with colors and fonts to help you visualize what the app actually might look like. So I'm going to leave this on high fidelity and click create. Now again, you'll notice this is the same screen as before with our canvas to the right. We can add context here if we want, or just come straight down to add our prompt. So for my prompt, I'm going to say, create a mobile app prototype for a landscaping service called Luxury Lawns Landscaping. It should have a home screen showing upcoming scheduled services, a request a quote button, and a photo gallery of past projects. Keep the design clean and professional, earthy greens and neutrals. I'm going to click send. Okay, so here it is. This is the app prototype that it came up with. So this is what my app would actually look like. And it's really cool because I can actually scroll through this and see all the different sections that I asked for. And I can click on the different sections to open them up and see what's included in each one. This is interactive, so it lets me do things like check boxes, click through on buttons, and see everything that's built into it. It also has the tweaks available over here like the slide deck did. So I can click on some of these tweaks if I want to tweak the colors, the display fonts, the body fonts, or jump to one of the different screens. It's got a gallery screen, project details, service details, quote flow. And of course, I can always make edits again by coming to my prompt box over here to the left and describing what I want it to do. So I might say something like add a seasonal promotion screen, and it would go ahead and apply that edit from here. Now, just like we saw with the slide deck presentation, I can also come to this button at the top right that says markup and click on a section that I want Claude to edit in some way and then leave a comment for Claude. So I might say, make this box a light blue color. I can click send to Claude. It's just another way I can edit these elements. Now, I do want to note when you are creating something like this, a prototype for a mobile app, this is not an actual functioning app. This is just the visual layout and design for what it could look like. So this is great for visualizing if you have an idea for something like this, what it could look like, the aesthetics of it, so that you can then hand this off to a developer to create your functioning app, or even send this design to Claude Code and build it out yourself inside of Claude Code, which can actually build out a fully functioning app. And we'll cover that more in just a minute in step 4. Okay, let's move on to our third example of something you might create with Claude Design. And this is going to be a landing page. So I'm going to click over to where it says other and just type in landing page and click create. So a landing page is something I might use if I'm wanting to build my email list. I'm wanting to get people to opt in and subscribe by offering them a freebie or a lead magnet of some sort. I can build out a simple landing page where the person can input their name and email and receive the freebie I'm offering. So I'm going to start with a prompt again over here to the left and just give Claude Design the basics of what I want my landing page to look like. For this example, I'm continuing with our landscaping company and telling it that this page is offering a free homeowner's spring lawn guide. I want a form where the person can enter, again, their name and email address and a download button. I'm going to click send. And here is what it came up with. This is what my landing page could possibly look like. Of course, I can continue to edit this in the normal ways we've been editing our other designs, either using the chat box here to the left to describe what I want refined or changed, or I can come up here to edit and then simply click on any of these text fields to go ahead and just edit myself. And once I'm happy with this, I can actually export this as HTML code to then build out the real landing page with my website host. We'll talk more about how to do that in just a minute in step 4. But first, I want to move on to step number 3 because this is the most powerful feature of Claude Design, in my opinion, and one that people are overlooking and not taking advantage of. And this is building out design systems. A design system is basically your brand rulebook or guidebook baked directly into Claude Design. So it knows how to keep every single thing that it generates for you on brand according to your color scheme, your font choices, your writing style. You set it up once and it automatically applies it to everything you want it to going forward. If you're a Canva user, you can think of this sort of like a Canva brand kit, but for Claude Design, and it goes even deeper than a brand kit even does. You can include things like your color palette, typography, your logo, component styles like button styles and card layouts, and even your brand voice and tone guidelines. This is so powerful because now with minimal effort, you can have brand consistency across every single output so that your first, second, and 50th design all look like they came from the same designer. This also saves you massive time and effort instead of having to manually explain with every single prompt what colors you want, what fonts, the spacing, the layout. You set it up once in the beginning and Claude will automatically apply it. So to set up your first design system, you'll come over to this top tab that says Design Systems. And from this tab, I'm going to come over to this Create button. And this will bring me into where I can start setting this up. First, I'm going to enter a company name. So I'm going to say Kate Hayes. And this is also where you can input a website. If you have an existing website that you just want Claude Design to extract elements like your colors and fonts from, you can input that here. So I'm going to put my main website, kate-hayes.com. And then these next fields are optional, but you can provide examples of your design system and products from things that you already have existing. So for instance, if you use GitHub, you can link your code from that here. You can link code from your computer by dragging a folder here or browsing to upload. You can upload a .fig file here, or you can drag files here to add fonts, logos, and assets. So if you have these already created, this is a great way to quickly set it up So for instance, I'm going to just go ahead and upload my main logo here. And then you can add extra notes, like if you want to say something like use an earthy color palette or use rounded corners on buttons, you can input text here as well. Then you're going to click this continue to generation button and click generate. And you can see here what it's doing on the left. So it said it was fetching from kate-hayes.com. It's extracting my brand elements from my website and looking at the files that I uploaded. Okay, so here it's pulled the information from my website and it has my logo that I've uploaded. It says it's missing brand font. So if I wanted to, I could upload my actual fonts here. And then this is the needs review section. So I'm just going to go through each of these and either click looks good or needs work. So for this, I'm just going to say it looks good. And it'll continue giving me different things like my brand voice, looks good, colors, looks good. It's going through my different neutral colors, supporting accent colors. So for all of these, just for this demo, I'm going to keep clicking looks good, but you can always click needs work and adjust it as you need to until everything is reviewed. So now when you come back to your design system tab, you'll see the one you just created and you can toggle it from draft over to published. You can also switch between them and make whichever one you use most often your default by choosing make default. So now when I come to create a new design or prototype, here where it says design system, I can choose which one I want from the drop-down menu and it will default to the one that I have set. This way, whatever the output is will be according to my specific branding in that design system. So I don't have to worry about giving it that information inside the prompt every time. Now remember, if you grab that free Claude starter pack with this QR code, you'll be able to download that free brand guidelines template, and that'll make this process of creating your design system in Claude go a lot faster because it'll be a file that you can upload for Claude to get your information from. Okay, time to move on to step number 4, which is exporting your project. So when you have your project open, when it's finalized and you're ready to export, you can come up to the top right where it says share, and you've got lots of different options here. Starting with your access for your teammates, you can choose if you have teammates working with you inside of Claude Design, if they can just view this design, if they can comment on it, if they can edit, or you can make it private. You can also duplicate the project or duplicate it as a template to use again in the future. You can download your project as a .zip file. You can export it as a PDF document. For something like this, a slide deck, you could export it as a PPTX, which is a PowerPoint presentation file. That way you can open this up in PowerPoint and make further edits if needed. One of my very favorite options is this next one. You can send it to Canva. So if you are currently a Canva user, you can send it to Canva to continue editing or applying your branding, just to polish it and make it exactly what you want. You can also export it as standalone HTML. So this would be really helpful for something like that landing page that we built. If you wanted to get HTML code and bring it over to build it out inside of your website host, you could do that. Or for something like the mobile app prototype that we created, you can hand this off to Claude Code. So Claude Code is also a really powerful Claude feature. Remember, Claude Design is for the visual design of what it looks like, but Claude Code can actually take that design for something like a mobile app and turn it into a fully functioning app. So that is a great ability to have here as well if you're wanting to go that route. Now, one thing to note here with Claude Design is that it is only available currently for those that are on a paid Claude plan. So that's the Claude Pro plan or higher. So if you want to have access to use Claude Design, you will need to be on one of those plans. And it's also important to remember at the time of this filming that Claude Design is currently still in what they're calling the research preview phase, which means it's getting better and better as they're testing it and using it. But you may run into some glitches or bugs, and that's totally fine and to be expected. I love that they've given us all of these different ways of refining and editing inside the project in case that happens. So I hope that was helpful for you. I can't wait to see what you come up with inside of Claude Design. Remember, you can click on that link below to hop over and grab your free Claude starter pack to get started using Claude the right way. Happy designing.